Michael Porter Jr. over 21.5 points and rebounds. This is the early look NBA play of the day. Let's dive in, make a couple more picks, look at the optimizer, find some PrizePicks value, and make some money. Let's go. Right now, you can grab this on Caesars and Fliff at very similar odds. Caesars minus 115. We'll look at the odds finder really quick. All right, let me show you how to use the odds shopper so you can find plays like Michael Porter Jr. Let's say you get a tweet or a YouTube video and it says Michael Porter Jr. over 21.5 rebounds and points. You go to mysparty.com, click the odds finder. It's also available here. Click NBA, type in the player, Porter. Name pops up. There you go. You've got all the Porter markets. Let's take a peek, and we're looking at points and rebounds. And there we go. We can see Michael Porter Jr., his points and rebounds. The over 21.5 is available on PrizePicks. It's available on Underdog. And here are the odds on 4 coinciding books that have currently a live line for Michael Porter Jr. You can get the minus 115 on Caesars. Great odds. Fliff for you fliffer nutters, minus 120. And of course, we know it's here on PrizePicks. That is why I tell you to use the optimizer. It's very simple. You just go to mysparty.com and you type the name in of the player in the search bar, and boom, you can find the best odds. And I tell you, long term, people playing the best odds on each play going to make more money than the people that don't. Michael Porter Jr. averaging just under 24 points and rebounds on the road this season, hitting over 2/3 of his games. Toronto on the flip side, not good against small forwards, give up a lot of points. On the season, they've given up the 7th most points per game to opposing small forwards. But more recently, they've been even worse. They've allowed over 25 points per game to opposing small forwards, which was the 3rd most in the NBA in the last 2 weeks. So give me Michael Porter Jr. to score a bunch of points here. And then, of course, I like the rebounds being added in there because he's got these games where he goes 8, 9, 10 rebounds if the other team's not shooting well. And if that happens tonight, well, then we can hit the over here, even if he doesn't have a great game scoring-wise, which is the biggest edge he should have on this slate. So give me the over. I have 2 ways to get the over, and I think it's a really good bet. I'm taking it on PrizePicks. I took it on Caesars minus 115. More picks coming at you right now. Let's look at one thing first, though. Yesterday, Premium went 5-1. The only miss was a middle attempt on Steph Curry's points. The original picks went 5-0. Premium, 131-62 run. You could see an unbelievable stretch all the way back to November 29th. So many green days. Unbelievable run. And just because I know people don't like to read small items, check this photo out. Been an absolute heater no matter where you follow me. YouTube 8-1, Twitter 22-5, VIP. We just looked at it, 131-62. NBA specifically 65-30. You can do the math for NFL. That's 56-32. Also a very good rate. And of course, you can use the optimizer, the odds shopper, every pick you see on Twitter and YouTube. Quickly go to mysparty.com and find the best odds for every pick. Next play up is going to be about Kobe White, so let's talk about it. We have a lot of different options here. So his PRA has been bumped to 34, and we're going to talk about that for sure. We've got points at 22.5 on the PrizePicks, 4.5 boards, 26.5 points and rebounds, and then points and assists, 28.5. The rest are irrelevant to me. We're going to talk about the 26.5 points and rebounds on PrizePicks, but different play on sportsbooks. Focus up. Remember, one of these is for PrizePicks. The other is for sportsbooks. I'm going full screen. You don't need to see my face. You need to see the data. So the over 26.5 is available on Underdog and PrizePicks. But again, unfortunately, we have a play that is just getting nuked, and that's the points, rebounds, and assists. So there's multiple layers to this that I want to discuss today. The first being, take the over 26.5 if you like Kobe White today on PrizePicks and Underdog. Sportsbooks juiced it on DK, on Fliff, on Caesars minus 129 fair odds if you want it there. FanDuel said, nope, you're not even getting it at that line. You're going to have to take it at 27.5 if you want it. On the rest of these sports books, and I will say this, I do not have PointsBet added here. It's not a very popular book. I tried to just keep this to the popular stateside books or ones that people use like Pinnacle and Fliff. And, well, let me tell you, officially, Kobe White over 32.5, minus 125 on PointsBet. Absolute steal for the points, rebounds, and assists. He has hit the over, my friends, in 9 straight games at 32.5. At 33.5, I'm absolutely taking it on Caesars minus 111 if that's my only option. He's hit the over in 8 of the last 9 without Zach LaVine, who's out for multiple weeks here. My favorite part about the PRA, and the reason why I like the PRA more on sports books, is that Kobe White can get there in any way. Points, he could go off for 30. Rebounds, he's shown in like 6 or 7 games, 8+ rebounds. Assists, he's had 9+ in multiple games over this run. So he can get there in multiple ways. I can envision a night here where he hits the over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists when he only scores 17, 16 points because he racked up 17 rebounds and assists combined. He can do that. He's all around right now. And my favorite part about all of this is the fact that he's playing a crazy amount of minutes. So just to recap, on Underdog, on PrizePicks, points and rebounds to the over for Kobe White. And if you're on sports books, take the points bet play over 32.5. If you're stuck on Fliff, you're going with the PRA over 33.5, minus 120 points, rebounds, and assists is a great, great option. Let's freaking make some money. I love these 2 picks. This is a really good start to our day. We are on fire. And let's look at the optimizer. Let's shop some odds and let's find some more value for you right now. But do me a favor. If you've been winning, and I know you have, we're getting thousands of views. I'm getting dozens and dozens of subs daily on YouTube. The channel's blowing up, and it's because of you doing these 2 things. Number 1, well, 3 things. Number 1, I'm feeding you, so you're winning. Number 2, like the video. Number 3, drop any comment you want. Feedback, a thumb up, a question, a player prop pick you like, anything you want. Tell the people in the comments how you've been winning with me. Tell them what the optimizer experience has been like. Tell them you use the odds shopper to make your picks as fast as you can and get the best odds whenever they're posted. Whatever you do, just drop those comments. All right, let's keep going. We got more money to make. All right, so here's what we're doing. Going to show 250, going to remove Kobe White. We're just going to do some quick research. Going to try to make you money, get you in, get you out. At this point, I've given you 2 free picks. These are premium options, and you're getting these. And again, premium's just been absolutely bonkers, and it's just $14.99 to sign up. YouTube's been bonkers. Everything's been bonkers. I'm on the run of my life right now. Hopefully you've been winning, cashing out with me. We're going to look at the DFS optimizer, highest to lowest implied probability. That's going to be this column right here. We're not going to worry about selecting markets, although you can if you like to, and you can do your own research on individuals if you prefer as well. I'm going to go to PrizePicks. Only looking at that right now. You can look at all the other spots later if you want. Sleeper, parlay play, underdog. They're all there for you, depending on what platform you use. Scrolling down, trying to find some plays I do like. Cam Thomas, this is an interesting one, over 2.5 player-made threes. You can see juiced on 4 books right now, not available on DK or Pinnacle. 58.08% chance that he hits the over. Going and looking at Cam Thomas research, because again, I tell people all the time, you got to research this stuff. You can't just blindly take them. This is a compass. It tells you what to go look at, and then you need to do your work. Now, lately, he's been playing a lot more, and he's been shooting a ton. And I'm not sure what happened, why he's all of a sudden finally getting the minutes. Maybe it has to do with no Dennis Smith Jr. He's been out for a few games as well. He's had 4, 0, 5, and 5 threes in 3 of the last 4 games. So he's definitely chucking it up like crazy. We've had 4 straight starting point guards against the Knicks hit the over for the 3-point attempts. Pardon me, for their 3-point makes. Maybe it has to do with the amount of threes that the Knicks are allowing lately. They've given up the 3rd most 3-pointers to opposing shooting guards over the last 7 games. Comes out to about 2 weeks. A little over 4.5 3-pointers made to opposing guards. Crazy, crazy. They actually 2nd most in the NBA this season as well. So shooting guards are draining threes against them. Maybe that means Cam Thomas can go bonkers. I will say his points prop is crazy high at 24.5 today as well. He's been launching them 24 and 23 shots the last 2 games. 13 and 7 3-point attempts. That's a tough one. I don't think it's a lock or anything, but definitely, based on the math, the over 2.5, a very, very good play. Scrolling down, here's one that interests me now because we've got 6 sports books with odds. And let's look at this. This is an amazing example of why I love using the odds shopper. You can see Luka Doncic right here. Player assist, under 10.5 on PrizePicks is a live line. Now check out the odds. Fliff, juiced like crazy. FanDuel, minus 138, juicy. Caesars, BetMGM, and Pinnacle, sharpest book out there, all juiced. And then there's DK. What are they doing? A minus 115, 23 cents. Oh, differential from FanDuel, which was the lowest other book. So if you want to play the math game, first off, PrizePicks, tremendous opportunity there just based on the math. And if you really like to play based on the data, well, then, oh my goodness, the DraftKings play there for Luka Doncic at 10.5 is crazy. Now, there's a lot that goes into this. Of course, there's still no Kyrie Irving. He's averaging 11.5 this season without Kyrie. So there's a lot to maybe be a little concerned about. He's still doing pretty well. He's been over in 4 of those 9 games without Kyrie. But if you look back at last season again as well without Kyrie Irving, this has not been a matchup for him. In the 3 games against the Clippers, he had 5, 7, and 4 assists in those games. He's only averaged 8.7 assists per game without Kyrie last 2 seasons. Again, he's had 2 massive games this season. It really screw up the average. He had 18 and 17 without Kyrie Irving. So I don't think it's like it's going to be a sweaty bet no matter what. But I also agree with this one. Like, I agree with the odds. I agree with the market. I agree with the data. I like this play a lot. And at minus 115, you are getting tremendous value. Just going to look at the assists versus the Clippers as well. They've given up the 6th least assists to opposing point guards this season, the 10th least in the NBA overall, when we're not even talking about positions. Even recently, bottom 10 assists allowed versus point guards over the last 2 weeks. Over the last month, they've given up the 8th least. So it's constant. It's constant. No matter what trends, what filters you look at, the under 10.5, a very interesting play based on the math, but also based on the data. Trae Young, I'm done. I'm done with Trae Young. The math says take the under 13.5. I'm tired of taking Trae Young unders. This dude just keeps finding ways to ruin my day. And I've had 2 Trae Young props at PRAs. Both look super easy unders. I mean, he had 26 last game heading into the 4th quarter and then finished with 50 PRA. He legitimately went bonkers. 23 PRA in the 4th quarter rotation that he had. It was like an 8-minute rotation. He just went nuclear. A legacy 4th to hit the over. It was so frustrating. I thought it was a free W. In fact, that was 2 nights ago when I went 4-1. I was about to be a 5-0 sweep before Trae Young went bonkers. Essentially would have had 2 sweeps in a row, 2 nights in a row, 10-0 in my original picks. But the math says it's a good play to the under. Anthony Edwards over 2.5 player made threes. Very nice looking play. Again, you've got 6 sports books. That's always what I'm looking for. Give me as many books as I can have to compare these prices. Minnesota against Philly today. Not the greatest matchup. Definitely one we've shied away from this season. But Anthony Edwards, based on the math, looks like he's in a good spot. You'll have to go research that one. Again, I'm not telling you what's good. I'm not telling you what's great. I'm not even telling you what's bad. You've got to go research this stuff when you're looking at this. It is 100% on you to make sure that you research the markets and then research the data. Now, we show you the markets like this. Essentially, what we've done for you, if you're researching a certain shoe on Nike, or you've gone to Amazon, you said, hey, I want this Nike shoe. We're showing you all the different prices for that Nike shoe. We're telling you, if you like it, well, you go to DraftKings minus 115. If you like it, it's available on PrizePicks. If you like it and you want to check out what is Doncic assist across all the apps, okay, you've got them right here. You can compare. You could see it's bumped on Underdog. It's bumped on Parlay Play. Not even available on Sleeper. It's live on PrizePicks. And then we got a bunch of books that have juiced it. And then, bam, great odds, minus 115 to the under on DK. Lots to do to win. A lot of picks inside Discord. And then you got the odds finder here to do your research, to find the best odds. There's so many paths to victory. $14.99. Grab that link down below. And if you're here for all the free W's, at least smash the like button, drop a comment down below, and I will see you tomorrow. Let's bang home 2 W's right here, right now, and let's get paid.